Hey kids, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video. As future Amanda here, I'm editing this video and I realized that some of my footage was cut off. So just to be clear, I was tagged by Temoc, the street author, and this is actually the first time that I've been tagged in a tag video, so it's very exciting for me. But anyway, I just wanted to re-record this part just so that you know who tagged me, and yeah, that's it. The original tag was created by Elliot Brooks. I will link him down in the description box. I will also link Temoc down in the description box. Definitely go check those guys out. Question number 1, do I have bizarre internet searches? Yes. I'm a writer. Actually, I love to, every once in a while, ask a fellow writer, what's the craziest thing that you've ever searched up to this point? Because it's always changing. Let's see, the craziest thing that I ever searched was, which chemical weapon would cause the most fatalities in New York City? I shit you not. I literally typed verbatim, exactly that into the Google search bar. So I'd imagine I'm on a few lists, maybe. Hopefully though, whoever's in charge of looking for I don't want to say this word, they see my giant Google Drive with dozens of characters and stories, some that haven't been finished, and they're like, oh, it's just a writer. Never mind. You know, now come to think of it, I wonder if they have like a designated file for they're just writers, so don't worry about their Google searches, or maybe just keep an eye on them. Question number 2, do I write people that I dislike into my stories? I don't think that I ever have. I have in the past written characters with some aspects of people that I know, like certain quirks or character traits, like personality traits or stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever straight up written somebody that I didn't like into a story. I pretty much get along with everybody, so I don't think there's anybody that I straight up don't like. That's probably false. Let's be real. But yeah, I've never written somebody that I don't, at least I don't think I have. Question number 3, does personal hygiene come second to writing? No, absolutely not. Okay, yes. God, let's be real. I am one of those yucky writers. One of those writers that doesn't even realize that they haven't showered all day. I will say this though. I may not shower every day, but I definitely change my underwear every day. And that's gotta count for something. Because nobody likes espectáculo. Nobody likes pete period. Pero espectáculo? Stank ass? No thank you. I will say this. I've never gone out of the house when I haven't showered. If I'm gonna be leaving the house, even if I just have to go to Target to pick something up or the grocery store to pick something up and I haven't showered, you bet your ass I'm gonna hop in the shower and wash my hair. But I very rarely leave the house, so I'm just gross. I think I'll own it. I'll own it. Question number 4, do I go on baby name websites to pick the names of my characters? I used to, but I always had a very distinct formula to actually picking the name. I didn't just, go on the website and just pick a random name. Usually when I go on a baby name website, it's to find out the meaning of the name and also the origin of the name. I'm the type of writer that when I name a character, I want it to either reflect their background, meaning like maybe their ethnicity, or I like to have it reflect somewhat to a character trait of theirs or their personality. Typically, when the last few times I've created a character, the name has just kind of come right along with the character building. So I haven't had a need to go on babynames.com. So a good instance to use babynames.com, if you're writing a period piece, so it takes place in a certain time frame, then babynames.com could be a place where, or any other baby naming website could be a place where you look up like popular names in, I don't know, 1967 or whatever year it is that you're writing in. I've found it extremely helpful. And writing fantasy too. when you're coming up with fantasy names. I don't know why this is, but a lot of names are like, I don't know, Vissandra or Philena. That was a terrible example, but you know what I mean. They all sound like pretty or melodic or just very confusing. Half the time you can't even pronounce them. That would be a good instance to go to a baby name website to if you needed the extra help. Question number 5, do I have a list of actors to play my characters if my book were to be optioned for a film adaptation? No, but, well, here's the thing. I cast my actors anyway. It's not something that I do, you know, with a film option in mind or really anything to do with the readers. It's more so for me, so that I have a visual representation of what that character looks like. But a lot of times, I've casted actors that are much older than the character, and I just age them down for the manuscript, if that makes sense. So for like the Eldest Witch, for Vincent's character, I actually casted Leslie Odom Jr., who is obviously much older than 15. So what I did was Leslie Odom Jr. is my Vincent, and I just age him down. Whenever I describe his physical features, I make sure to age him down so that it reflects a 15-year-old and not, you know, how old is he, like 30? And apart from that, I honestly believe that if I ever got a film option, like a film adaptation of one of my works, it would probably be far enough in the distant future that the actors that I casted in the first place would be too old for the parts anyway. So yeah. I mean, just think of it this way, like Stephenie Meyer, when she was writing Twilight, she had Jonathan Rhys-Meyers in her mind for Edward, which is so perfect. That's such a perfect cast, but it's probably a perfect cast because she casted him and she wrote Edward. Question number 6, do I ever stare at strangers because they look like characters from my books? No, this has never happened to me, luckily. Because I am like the awkward weirdo that would literally just sit there staring and probably smiling like an idiot. I'm pretty to myself whenever I go out, to be honest with you. Whenever I go out, it's usually to the store or to Target, or it's like an errand, you know, it's somewhere that I have to go anyway. No, the answer to the question is no, I have not. Question number 7, do I talk to myself to work through scenes? And if so, where do I do it? The answer is obviously yes. I talk to myself all the time, literally everywhere. Yeah, when I'm sitting down brainstorming, or when I'm doing laundry, or when I'm doing the dishes, or loading the dishwasher, or unloading the dishwasher, or sweeping, or mopping, or vacuuming, or cleaning the bathroom, in the shower. Actually, just yesterday I had a shower sesh. It was awesome. I got nothing done. No, but I usually will talk to myself just to hear, like I'll list the plot points aloud so that I can hear it as opposed to just thinking it. It helps me to kind of work through maybe a plot hole that I'm having trouble filling in, or maybe I got stuck somewhere. It really helps a lot. Everybody talks to themselves. And whoever tells you that they don't talk to themselves ever is lying.
You mugs are some dirty mugs. You know, you little yuck writers. Yuck writers.
Question number 8. Okay, this is a good one. When I'm writing, do I make the expressions that my characters are making? The answer is yes. Plenty of times I have been with my husband in the same room, and he's watching something on TV and I'm writing, and I'll be writing like a fight scene or an argument scene, and I'll just like be pounding on the keyboard and he'll just kind of glance over like writing a fight scene. It gets a little awkward when I write sex scenes, so I usually try to do those like in a room by myself because yes, I do make the same faces that my character makes. I mean, I don't think it's full blown because I'm kind of doing so subconsciously. Question number 9, do I practice answering interview questions in case I make it big? Fun fact, I'm not really sure what kind of questions I even would get if if I made it big. So coming up with interview questions is already a task for me. I've certainly had thoughts of like, oh, you know, it would be like super cool if, this booktuber like, stumbled upon my book and read it and reviewed it. That'd be so cool. But no, I've never practiced answering questions, like interview questions. And honestly, I am a little bit awkward. I tend to, you guys probably know this about me already, but I tend to kind of go on tangents. Somebody told me, my very good friend Jen told me that I'm a very stream of consciousness speaker. So I have a tendency to be saying something and then kind of go on a tangent into something else. So I don't know how even well I would do in an interview. I would imagine I'd have to have the questions probably beforehand so that I could practice like what I was gonna say or script it out, because I'm a little awkward. And sometimes I don't have the specific words to properly explain something, at least in my view. I don't think that I can explain it properly because I can't come up with the words. So I don't know. I've never been interviewed for anything. At least I don't think I have. Like a job interview, but not like an interview. I've never. Nope. Finally, question number 10. Do I have a soundtrack or playlist for the book? Yes and no. For The Eldest Witch, which is my YA fantasy, I do not have a soundtrack to that. I have certain songs that evoke certain emotions for particular characters, but it's not necessarily part of a playlist. For the other project that I'm working on, it's an erotic romance, and I kind of have a working playlist. And the reason for that is because the chapter names are song titles. They're song titles from like the 30s and 40s. Because my two main characters are very much enamored with that place and time. And so I wanted to reflect that in the chapter names. So far, I only have 2 songs on there for the first 2 chapters, because those are the only chapters that I've written. The 2 songs, in case you're wondering, are Stardust by Frank Sinatra. Actually, I'm not sure if that was his. I think that he did a cover of it. I don't believe that he was the original artist, though. Who was the original artist? BRB. Hold, please. Whoa. Okay. Composed in 1927 by Hoagy Carmichael. Lyrics added by Mitchell Parrish in 1929. And Hoagy Carmichael was the first one to record the song. So anyway, Stardust, Frank Sinatra's cover of Stardust, is the first song. And the second song is It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing by Duke Ellington. And that's all for today, kids. That was the Weird Authors tag. Thank you so much to Temoc for tagging me. It was the first time being tagged in a video for me, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Really excited to do this tag. It was a lot of fun. And let's see, who should I tag? I tag A.S. Howell. Let's tag Savvy Writes Books. I don't know if she'll see this, but if she does, I would love to hear her answers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you get notifications every time I post a new video. I post every Wednesday. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next time.